Hello everyone. Our next topic is the recorder in the unit number 6, indicator, recorders and annunciator. So first of all, the definition of the recorders. A recorders records the electrical and the non-electrical quantity as a function of time. So current and voltage can be recorded directly while the non-electrical quantity are recorded indirectly by the first converting them to equivalent current or the voltage with the help of the sensor or the transducer or the different types of converter. So generally recorder is used for the electrical as well as the non-electrical quantity as a function of the time. Okay, now there are different types of recorder used in the instrumentation. The first type is the analog recorders and the second type is the digital recorder. Now there are different types of analog recorders. The first one is the graphic recorder. The second one is the strip chart recorder. The third one is the magnetic tape recorder. The fourth one is the XY recorder. The fifth one is the galvanometer recorder. And the last one is the null type recorder. So depending upon the application, we can use a different type of analog recorder. Okay. Now types of digital recorder. So digital recorder generally are two types. Incremental recorder and the next one is the synchronous recorder. So first of all, what is the graphic recorders? A graphic recorders generally are devices which display and store a pen and a link record of the history of some physical event. Okay. So the graphic record can be classified into two categories. First one is the strip chart recorder. A strip chart recorder records one or more variable with respect to time and it is generally X with T recorder. Now next one is the XY recorder. An XY recorder records one or more depends variable with respect to an independent variable. So first one is the types of the strip chart recorder. So there are different types of strip chart recorder are galvanometer type, null type. Okay. Now next one is the what is the galvanometer type strip chart recorder. So this type of recorder operates on the deflection principle. So the deflection is produced by a galvanometer which produce a torque on account of a current passing through the coil. So this current is proportional to the quantity being measured. So the type of the chart is used depend upon the form of the movement. So whatever movement is there, that type of recorder is the galvanometer type strip chart recorder. Now these recorders can work on the range of the few milliseconds to several milliampere or a few milliwatt to several milliwatt. So generally galvanometer type strip chart recorder is used for milliampere to milliwatt range. Okay. Now next one is the null type strip chart recorder. Many recorders operates on the principle whereby a change is in input produced by the signal from the sensor or transducer upset the balance of the measuring circuit of the recorder. So as a result of this unbalance, an error signal is produced that operates some device which restore balance or bring the system to null condition. So generally null type strip chart recorder are used for the closed loop system. As you know, in the closed loop system we can connect a sensor in the feedback element and with the sensor signal we can connect a summing point. So whenever a error is generated, that time we can get a unbalanced result. That time we can use a null type strip chart recorder because this system condition is known as the null condition. Okay, so the signal from the transducer, that means a feedback element, may take any of the several forms. It may be a voltage, current, or it may be a value of the resistance, inductor or the capacitor. Also we can connect a sensor like temperature sensor, flow sensor, pressure sensor. So the form of the transducer is different. So the recorder therefore must be a type 2 able to accept any form of the signal from these error signals. So there are a number of null time recorder. They are potentiometric recorder, bridge recorders and LVDT recorders. So depending upon the application, we can connect a null type strip chart recorder. Now next one is the XY type recorder. A strip chart recorder records the variations of the quantity with respect to time, while a XY recorder is an instrument which gives a graphical record of the relationship between the two variables. So with the help of the XY recorder and the approximatic transducer, a physical quantity may be plotted against another physical quantity. So in the XY recorder, we cannot plot the graph with respect to time. In the x-axis there is another physical quantity and in the y there is another physical quantity. So this is the XY recorder. Now next one is the magnetic tape recorders. In many cases it is necessary to record the data in such a way that they can be retrieved or reproduced in electrical form again. So the most of the common and the most useful way to achieving this type of data, it is used for the magnetic tape recorder. So there are different methods to use a magnetic tape recorder. The first one is the direct recording method. The next one is the modulation, means FM recording, and the third one is the pulse modulation recording. So whenever the analog signal is generated in the input signal, that time we can use a magnetic tape recorder. Okay, now in the magnetic tape recorders, FM records are generally used for the instrumentation purpose. So the PDM recording is used in the instrumentation system for the special application where the large number of slowly charging variables have to record simultaneously. So in the magnetic tape recorders, generally we can use a communication signals like analog signal, digital signal, and they can be recorded in the magnetic tape. Now next one is the digital tape recorder. So the digital tape recorders are very accurate compared to the analog tape recorder. The accuracy is determined only by the quantity of the D2A and A to D converter. So it is compulsory to connect a digital to analog converter and analog to digital converter in the digital tape recorder. So in the digital tape recorder works because there are used a metallic substrate of the disc is a reflective. So in the digital tape recorder generally we can use a DSO. Now what is the DSO? It is the digital storage oscilloscope. It is generally used for the storage element, and DSO use the digital storage technique, while analog storage CRO is used. Special CRT are called the CRT storage too. So in this technique, the waveform is stored in the digital method and stored in the digital memory and retrieved for the display on the storage of the oscilloscope. So the digital recorders are more accurate compared to the analog recorders. The next topic is the annunciator in the unit number 6, indicator, recorders and annunciator. So the annunciator is an electrical and the electronic system. The word annunciator means a device which announces the fault or the unusable activity coming from the system or the process associated with it. So the first one is the alarm annunciator. It is basically an audio-visual warning system which highlights the fault which is going on or even before it happens. So this is very necessary for the safety concern also, and sometimes the warning comes before improper process which warns the operator to avoid the unwanted accident, etc. So this is the basic concept of the alarm annunciator and the alarm annunciation system. So annunciator are generally used for the warning purpose. Now this is the diagram of the alarm annunciator. Here you can see that we can connect a digital alarm inputs, alarm extension outputs, alarm group outputs. This is a common alarm output, and we can connect this system with the other control panel or other system configuration. So the operation of the alarm annunciator is, in order to understand the fundamental operation and the connection of the alarm annunciator, we have to understand the basic concept of the alarm system in the process of monitoring. Suppose an electromagnetic coil is energized by the power supply and act as an electromagnetic for the certain application. Now, because of the over voltage is applied to the coil has been burned, and that why the entire process associated with them, it gets the damage. So when the finding the very little mistake, you have to check each and every parts of the system in order to find out and recognize that actual where the fault is generated. Now you can think that you have 50 coils in the same system and there is a one system problem. So in this case you can finding the actual fault coil because of the very difficult and time consuming process. So if you can connect a bulb in the series with this coil, so if it glows and if and only if the coil is energized and healthy, in this way for the 50 such coils you need to use of 50 bulbs, or each of them are connected in the series with each of the individual coil, through which you can monitor the process of the system by glowing the bulb. Or this is the basic and easiest model of the process for the monitoring purpose. So the alarm annunciator is the centralized model which gives the audio-visual signal for the fault process. Now the connection of the alarm annunciator, like that there are two types of connection of the each annunciation system. If they are input fault contact and the output relay changeover contact. If we can connect the input fault contact, they are simply connection are normally open with respect to the common contact, and usually these input fault contact are potential free contacts, and the logic is that if any fault is generated during the operation, they are short circuited by any means, and the respective coil or the devices will be blinking, and that time the output relay contact will be change over instantaneous. Now suppose if you have used a 8 window annunciator system, which means you are working or you are monitoring 8 window or the 8 operation at a time by the annunciator system. Let us think that you fault, suppose F1 is assigned to over voltage alarm of the motor 1, and your fault 2 F2 is assigned to overheating voltage of the motor 2 armature. Now you will be connected an over voltage relay with the motor 1 and the thermistor, and we can also connect a over voltage relay with the motor 2 and the ground connection. So these motor connection are normally open contacted, and these two motors are meanwhile in the short circuited, so the other motor connection is not damaged. So if we can use a multiple window or the multiple connection in the same process, that time we can use a alarm annunciator for the announcing purpose. So this is the basic concept of the alarm annunciator. Thank you everyone.